These are four sponsors. So today we are going to see CRM analytics. So then 11:15 we have a break. Then 11:30 we again start. 12:15 or 12:30 we have a Q&A session. You can make note all your Q&A, maybe questions end of the session, right? And during Q&A session, all the things will be answered. Meanwhile, you can post your questions in the chat. So today. Speaker, right? So Nishant KV is from Demand Blue. So he's a senior software engineer. So today we'll give what is CRM analytics. So then we deep dive into that. So as per Salesforce way, we thanks everyone to join the weekends like a Saturday, Sundays for learning, upskilling ourselves. So thanks again. We'll start today topic. So you can follow all our Telegram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the uh, channels. So you can follow. You can, if you have any questions, you can post for most of maybe all your questions in Telegram channel, so that we can uh, provide some our insight on that.
Well, thanks, Anand, for providing me an opportunity to showcase my skills in my CRM analytics and give a demo session about the CRM analytics. Let me introduce about myself. I'm Nishant. I'm having 10 years of experience in this domain, and I have been work on multiple domains with the Oracle SQL CRM as well as Salesforce, and I'm predominantly working in Salesforce CRM analytics. The name has been changed from Wave Analytics to Einstein Analytics to Tableau CRM, and currently it has been renamed as CRM. So the agenda for our today's session will be comprises of two modes. One will be I'm just giving a understanding about the Tableau CRM via this presentation as well as in the theoretical manner. Then we will have a use case session where I'm going to showcase the CRM analytics dashboards as well as the recipes and how it has been created. There may be few jargons which has been used in our CRM analytics, which I will explain in detail now. And these are this CRM analytics introduction, CRM analytics. What is the comparison between CRM analytics versus Salesforce report? How CRM analytics is benefited than Salesforce report, and the architecture of CRM analytics, and what are the data connectors which has been used to connect with CRM analytics from external orgs as well. And also Salesforce are providing default templates for each and every cloud based on the setup of the cloud. And also I'm just giving an explanation of how to visualize the data from CRM analytics data set and the use case scenario. So let's start with the introduction of CRM. So I'm just using an acronym of CRM, which is an expansion of CRM analytics. The main purpose of CRM analytics is used for data exploration, visualization, and insights of business. Hope everyone is able to understand about the normal Salesforce reports as well as dashboards. In a single word, we may say that CRM analytics is an advanced option of Salesforce reports and dashboards. There we have a few pain points in CRM Salesforce reports and dashboards. So in order to overcome that, Salesforce has provided a business intelligence tool, and it has been named as CRM Analytics now. So here you may able to see the CRM Analytics. The main purpose of CRM is to use for data exploration, visualization, and insights for business. So in CRM Analytics, we are able to connect the data from native Salesforce data within our Salesforce org, and also we can have an options to create get a data from external database as well other database via external data connectors, which has been provided by Salesforce, and everything has been converted into a data sets. From data sets, we are going to explore the data, or going to visualize the data in the form of dashboards. Then we will share the dashboards and also the insights which we have created in our CRM tool into an app stories as well as chatter section, so that the key stakeholders are able to see and understand the data and able to get the insights of the data. So these are all the common terms which have been used in CRMA. That's one. I will start with data sets, measures, dimensions, filters, lens, widget, dashboard, and app. So the data set is nothing but the collection of data which will be pulled from either Salesforce or from Salesforce or external logs, which has been it's like a storage where all the data has been stored in our CRM analytics database, CRM analytics tool. So the data has been comprised of two modes. One will be comes under measure and other will be dimension. The measure is nothing but the quantifying data as well as the numerics data, which gives the key insights or the calculation based numeric values are called as measures in this data warehousing technique, whereas the dynamic dimension are the one which will provide an insights or provide a feature of what is the data is and from where it has been coming from, and this all the details will be showcased in dimension. And filter is nothing but we are going to bisect the data to based on certain conditions. For this we will use a filter. And lens is nothing but the visualization of raw data. Once the data has been injected into a CRM analytics, we are going to see the data in a lens mode. And widget is nothing but the combination of multiple widgets based on our key criteria. And dashboard is nothing but the collection of widgets which we will have a key parametrics to showcase the data. And the place where the data sets, lens, dashboard has been stored is called app. It's nothing but a folder in our personal computers where we are going to store different types of data sets, dashboards, as well as lens. So these are all the common terminologies of CRM analytics. So with this, I'm going to the next slide comparing normal CRM analytics versus the Salesforce reports. So both of the features have few common ways, whereas the one which has been listed have the advantages of CRM analytics over Salesforce reports. In both CRM analytics as well as Salesforce Lightning reports, we may able to build a historic trend reports, and we are able to customize the report. So if you are an admin, you are able to customize the report, and we may able to embed the report in any of the Salesforce pages. And also we may able to connect the Salesforce data. So these four are common use cases which is available in both native Salesforce report as well as CRM analytics or TCRM. So sorry about this here. That we may conform as TCRM or CRMA. Both refers to CRM analytics. And the remaining is in the additional features in CRMA or TCRM is we are able to connect multiple Salesforce orgs into our dashboard, and we may able to get an insights. And also we have an features to connect connect external data into our CRM analytics. And also we will have an interactive drill downs on dashboards and reports, which means we will able to interact with the data in CRM analytics tool to get an insights. And also the filters which I have mentioned earlier, we may able to add filters in our normal dashboards. We may able to add only 4 filters, and it remains static. Whereas here in our CRMA, we are the dashboard which we are able to build filters, and also it use an advanced technique of filtering out the data based on another data or subset of data. And it is mobile optimized dashboard feature is available. And also we will have the out of box dashboard apps which has been created via templates from CRM. And it's a GUI, graphic user interface data management tool, where we are able to understand the key features behind the back end of the system of how the reports has been dashboard has been built. And we have predictive analytics as well as automated insights, where we are able to interact with data based on our normal query mode as well. And these are all the 5 key features which I have understood from CRMA versus Salesforce reports. The first will be start with beautiful interactive and embedded dashboard, and second will be streamlined business action, and third will be predictive analytics, more data and more connections, automated and hyper power insights. What all the insights we are able to get. So let's navigate back to the first topic of beautiful and interactive embedded dashboards. So in our CRM tool, we may able to interact with the data in a real time, so that we may able to filter out the data for a certain regions, and we may able to get and able to get a rich insights of data by drill down or explore or discover from our own, so that the user is able to get the data or able to bisect the data based on the key terminologies, and we may able to create an app from the pre-made templates. So I'm just giving a GIF in which we may able to see how we are going to interact with the data. So here the view by is filter condition where we have been able to apply filters, and also the filters at the top which will be applicable, and the dashboard will made interactive, so that if we select a data based on any one of the period or period time or the measure values, we may be able to see the data has been visualized and it has been updated automatically. So this is a few example of or glimpse of data of how CRM tool will be worked. And the second, which I'm going to, will be the streamlined business action, where I'm able to add our insights in our data based on this. If a user is going to see the data, and if we create a log or create an event, he is able to do this or share a notes to a conversation in a chatter from CRM tool, so that it will automatically get created as a records in Salesforce. So in this example, the person is able to see a data from this name, and he is going to create a new meeting based on the data for a specific account or an opportunity. He has selected a date, and he has selected a contact, and he has selected the mechanism in which either it's a Zoom connection or a normal Teams connection. So he is able to build a record. Once the event has been created, if he opens the record, he may able to see the data which has been created, and also the new events. So this is nothing with the streamlined business action, where we are based on the visualization of data, the user is going to have an idea about creating an event from this data. Based on this data, is able to do from CRMA. And the third terminology will be the predictive analytics made easy, where the Salesforce has provided a key modeling technique name. Earlier it was known as ancient discovery. Now it has been renamed as models. So we are able to use data intelligence or artificial intelligence built-in mechanism of built-in algorithm to create a model based on our data which is available in our org, and it may give detailed insights as well as insights about the data. So the few examples is minimizing the customer churn or maximize the win rate based on an accounts or as an opportunity. So I'm just giving a random example of two terminology of minimizing a customer churn or maximizing the win rates or minimizing close times to close. So here you may be able to see the story. So the story or model is nothing but the data which we are going to use an artificial intelligence or AI to build a model based on our data set. So in this GIF you may be able to see we are going to build a model based on few specific fields which is available in our data sets. So the data dashboards discovery story will get created. So I will give an updates or an info in our practical session of how a model will be created in our data analytics. And more data, more connectors. In this terminology, you may able to see, as I mentioned earlier, in Salesforce reports, we are able to connect only the Salesforce data. Whereas in our CRMA tool, we may able to connect the data directly from a Salesforce or other Salesforce or Marketing Cloud or Redshift or other connectors. So this is the key architecture where, and also we have an options to upload a data into CRM Analytics directly via CSV file. Also we will have a pre-built connectors to uh, get the data from external connectors into our CRM analytics and convert them into a data sets, and we may use this data sets in our dashboard creation activities, or as well as our recipes or data flows, to get more insights about if data is coming from multiple ops. We may able to club the data based on the pre-built connectors, and we may able to interact with the data, and from interact with data to visualize and get the details in more other than Salesforce instance. So this is an additional features, and we may able to schedule these connectors to run on a specific time, either on a hourly basis or monthly basis or a weekly basis. So these are the more connectors, more data, and we are able to slice and dice the data, or we are able to prep the data once we got the data. So here we are able to filter out, slice or flatten the data in our recipes prior visualize the data. So here that I'm just giving an example here, this data source which is coming from either Salesforce external, that is other org data, or Salesforce local, or Heroku app, or Amazon Web Service, or Salesforce Marketing Cloud. The data is coming as a data source, and the pre-built connection has been made by the Salesforce out of the box. So we may use to enter the credentials to connect the data with the key access keys or the security token. In Salesforce, we may use a security token or additional passwords, whereas in Amazon S3 or other things, we need to give the access key, and we are going to sync the data. From the sync the data, once the data has been synced, we may able to use a data prep tool, either it's a data flow or recipes, and the data flow is in the verge of extinction, and Salesforce is trying push to use the recipes. So predominantly all our use cases which are using now will be converted into recipes, where it's a GUI interface, and it's a user-friendly tool to get the data. So this is the place where you are able to bisect the data, or slice the data, or filter out the data based on the specific conditions, and before converting into a data set. So this is the key features which is used in the, which we may call recipes or data flow as a backend of the system, where we are going to perform our operations, and dashboard as a front end of the system, where we are going to visualize the data. So this is the key CRM architecture. The CRM analytics will fall under the Salesforce cloud itself, and it has a native connector with Salesforce objects, either from say, accounts, users, opportunity case, custom, based on the service cloud or service code. We may able to connect the data with the Salesforce native connectors, and there will be a connector with other Salesforce org or AWS, Snowflake, or other tools which are the pre-built connectors which is available in our case. And also will be have a on-prep tool or databases which may able to connect, and we may have an options to upload a CSV format directly into the form, so that if you don't have a periodic data, and if it's a one-time data, we may go ahead with this CSV format of uploading it data right away. And these are all the various connectors which we may able to connect with TCRM or CRM MA, either be CSV data upload, that is we are going to upload the data directly into our CRM MA tool from via CSV format. We may have an options to do an API data upload via application program interface, either via SOAP UI or REST API connections. And we may have a Salesforce data connectors, which is I just given an example of marketing cloud connector. We may able to connect with the other external data of other Salesforce org as well. I will give an example of how to get the data from other Salesforce org in our demo session. And also the external database connectors like Snowflake, Oracle, and 30 other industry connectors which has been provided by Salesforce by default. The only thing which we need to do to connect this external database is to have a username as well as the access key to connect to the database, that database. And CRM app templates. The CRM app template is nothing but the predefined apps which has been shared by Salesforce for few of the specific use cases. So most of the use cases may come along with based on the business requirement, or the CRM MA tool will provide a common use cases which has been used in either of the Sales Cloud or Service Cloud or CPQ or B2B, B2B, B2B or B2C. So it is that the blueprint for an app is made up of an JSON file, which is a predefined file, and it is available in our in our as a, in the template section. Once we select the data based on the multiple steps, it will connect to what data we need to connect, what are the features which we need to do, all the predefined steps which has been built based on JSON, and from that once on the configuration widget, and we once we have bypass or once we get the data for all the sections, the a template will get created with the wizard configuration. So for Sales Cloud, I'm just giving an example of Sales Cloud Analytics templates and apps, and for Service Cloud Cloud Analytics and apps, and also for CPQ, it's quoting analytics template, and for B2B and B2C, that will be default app known as B2B, B2B commerce analytics, as well as the marketing sync analytics. And the next section will be the visualization of data. The data can be visualized in our TCRM or CRMMA in either in the form of bar chart, line charts, date and time charts, grid charts, circles and dots, grid charts, maps, and well as pipeline charts. And also this is a place where we are able to perform a formatting of based on the chart. This is a formatting of giving a bar chart, and what are the features which may able to format the data in our CRMA tool. So these are the key terminologies which has been available in our Salesforce tool. Do you have any questions as of now?
So this Tableau CRM and CRM analytics are both are different.
Both are same only. Both are same only. The Salesforce has been renamed as Tableau CRM into CRM Analytics. For the first time, it has been built as in 2016. It has been named as Wave Analytics, and it has been converted on 2019. It has been renamed as Ancient Analytics, and 2021 the name has been renamed to Tableau CRM. Now it has been it has been renamed again as CRM Analytics. It is entirely different from the native Tableau tool.
Nishant,
Yes.
can you explain me what is sync actually? You are extracting data from external source
Yes.
and it is being synchronized. With what it is being synchronized?
Synchronize means the data which is coming to our end on the time base, the time base where we are going to sync the data, synchronize the data. It's basically nothing but synchronize, extracting the data from the table from the other database on the specific period of time to give a hands-on connections.
That's correct. But synchronization based on time, I mean,
Yes.
I don't understand because for synchronization you need two data source, you know.
We are extracting the data into a CRM analytics from the external tool.
Okay, that means you are using the word synchronize, but is it update or synchronize? I'm getting technically confused here.
It's like update the data from the external data. So
Yeah.
once the data has been converted, it will.
Either there are only sync we can use if it is applied on a pre-built data model, or
Yes.
if it is compared with the data requirements set and then it is synchronized.
Yes.
That is what is my understanding. But
Yeah, you're correct.
There was a place where you mentioned in Streamline, you can use the data and send it as a meeting invite to somebody. And when
Yes.
they open the meeting invite, they will be able to see the data. Right? So in a scenario like that, if I send that meeting invite to an external person who's outside the org, will they be able to see the data? I mean, let's say that the person does not have access to Salesforce at all. This is to one of my vendor or somebody completely outside the domain.
No, in this tool itself, if you see an example of creating an event, you are going to select the contact. So,
Correct. So that
we are,
contact can be outside person also is what I'm asking.
it's like a normal how we are scheduling a task on based on new events, right? It's basically from inside instead of going the activity in an account or contact page, we are able to create an activity of events or tasks from CRMMA itself. So the restriction remains same for both how it has been restricted in our normal activities. So they are not able to see the data once they doesn't have an access.
Okay, so this, when it sends the meeting invite, it doesn't send it as a JPEG photo kind of a format, right? It still
No.
is accessing the Salesforce and picking up the data and sharing it with them. That is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Nishant, Nishant, could you give us a quick overview of how Power BI and this Tableau is different? Like, I'm not exactly asking about the difference, but then how is Tableau better than Power BI? That's what I wanted to know.
So the Power BI is used to get the data and to visualize the data from pre-built connectors. But it has it's this TCRM or CRMMA is basically used made up of Salesforce. It's in the Salesforce cloud itself. So it will be helpful for most of the Salesforce related data. There may be a few pain points with Power BI, and it will be helpful for Salesforce data when compared with the Power BI data, because of Power BI we need to extract the data, we need to get the Salesforce connection and give a hands-on connection to get the data to made to do to do an app or a visualization, where in this TCRM or CRMMA is built on top of Salesforce cloud itself, right? So we are able to do an existing features or other features in Salesforce. If it is a Salesforce data, it is more reliable source than Power BI.
Perfect. And one last question. This works on iOS also, right? Tableau? Because Power BI doesn't. I mean, we have to have.
Yeah, it is working on iOS.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi, Gayatri.
Yeah. You have said like we can able to connect from the other data source. Can this also we can also connect from our integration platform also?
So can you please give in detail about the integration platforms in a specific?
Like we have some ETL tools, right, for integration, and we have like Oracle integration also. We can able to connect from that Oracle integration.
Yeah, we may able to connect. We may able to connect.
Yeah.
So with this, I'm taking a pause. I'm able to see a question from Amrita as well. Yes, we need a separate license which needs to be built for CRM analytics.
Thank you, Nisha. Yeah, thank you.
This for Amit question, these connectors are different from the data cloud. In data cloud, we will have a enhanced connectors. Here we are able to have a connect with the other Salesforce org as well as in data cloud. We may it's most of the things are similar to data cloud, but the data cloud has advanced features than the TCRM. For Amit question.
Sir, this CRM analytics can be seen in our this
Salesforce?
Trailblazer.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, let me share up my screen. So this, yeah, I will
developer. Yeah, we have some free edition, no? In that you can.
Yeah. From Trailblazers, they will have the Trailblazer is providing a free or to play around with this tool.
Yeah. I want to know which one should I select.
Sure. Let me share up my screen. Hope can we move to the next of use case scenarios? If doesn't have any questions. I'm taking this as yes, and let me share up my screen. Hope my screen is visible, everyone.
Yes.
So from Trailblazers, the premost is as Salesforce is providing a free org. I have just created a new org with this name of CRM demo. So we need to go to Trailblazers Salesforce, and if we go for CRM enabled app, they will have a features to create a new org for CRM analytics. So, so if you search for a new org, we will have multiple trial mix. So here you may able to see sign up for a CRM analytics embed developer editions. If you select this and if you uh, select this link of trials at salesforce.promo analytics, it will provide a Salesforce trial org as a promo or sign up.
You can copy the link and post it in the chat.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Nishan.
So here we are able to get an sales org which with the free CRM analytics. I'm just giving a demo of creating a new org for us. I'm just giving my info details.
This org, like, will it expire? Or will it be always available?
It's like similarly how we are creating a new org for us.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is already covered. Maybe you can skip this one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So once an org has been created, we may go to the home page. From the home page, let me navigate back to the home page. So the CRMA tool is available as an Analytics Studio. It will be built on top of Analytics Studio app. So we need to navigate back to the app launcher and you need to select Analytics Studio. So once you have selected the Analytics Studio, you may able to see the place where we are able to see apps, dashboard, components, reports, lens, what is everything. And the basic things behind this is app. The app is nothing but, as I mentioned earlier, it's a collection of dashboard dataset. For our example, I'm going to Salesforce Analytics app. So this app is a predefined app so that we may able to see the template which is used for this app. So for Sales Analytics 5.0 is a template which is provided by Salesforce. I have built this app on top of it. So this is the app. It contains dashboards, what are the dashboards which is readily available provided by Salesforce, and this is the data set. The data set is nothing but the collection of data from multiple orgs. So the app is nothing but the data sets, models, lens, and components. And this is the UI. Salesforce has provided the features to get the details of lightning reports, folders, and dashboard in the CRM as a new org implementation. So we are able to see the reports on Salesforce as well. Salesforce reports, folders, and dashboards. And all the data sets which has been connected to our org has been stored in the form of data sets, and we may have an options to create an app as a private mode, like our developer editions. So until unless we have not shared an app to those specific other peers, all our development activities can be captured in this my private app. Once it has been finalized and data has been good to share with other folders, we may create a new folder or new app, and we may share it with this three editions, either with the viewer license, manager license, or editor license. So this is a terminology, and in the template gallery in the left hand side is where we are able to see the list of templates which is available ready-madely provided by Salesforce. So it's like an app exchange where we are able to see all the templates, and at the bottom of each template you may able to see the purpose of which cloud it will be applicable. So if you see this service analytics, it is applicable for service cloud, like service trending and 316, and also if it is for, if you see for a few of the things with B2B or B2C, it will be applicable for the cloud. So for CPQ, pricing analytics is a default app which has been provided by the Salesforce. Even though it contains sales data, it will be applicable or helpful for revenue cloud organization. So with this, I'm just give an example of how to create an app from a template. So I'm just selecting the sales analytics since the sales cloud is already enabled. So I'm just click the sales. When I click continue, you may able to see the top-in features of what is the sales analytics app and what all the features it is available. It has an embedded dashboard, mobile-ready, pre-built dashboard, lens, data flows, KPI improvements, Salesforce object. These are all the objects which has been covered in this app to visualize this data. So if you click continue, this is like a configuration page which has been built on JSONs. where we may able to see the step-by-step configuration which we need to do. I will just create a brand new app here, and I will click continue. So in this personalization page, we may it will check for all requirement before going to build an app. So it will check for the minimum criteria of what it has been. So if we go for a minimum requirement match is it needs to have one account, one opportunity task, event records. Like this, it will have key features to check the data before implementing this off. If our app doesn't have met this criteria, we may able to see a pop-up here itself. Your app doesn't meet the criteria of building this app, and we are unable to install or create an app from here. So for this, this app is good. We are good to create an app. So I will click looks good, and it will navigate to the next page, and it will have an options of either to create and sales analytics from the scratch or custom. So I will go with the basics, which will covered by the Salesforce itself. What are the key features which require to build an app? I will select the basic, and if we click next, we need to name an app. So I'm just giving a test sales analytics app. So it may take a time to build the app around 10 to 15 minutes. The app will get created in the background once we select the create an app. We will wait for a minute to see how that app will get created. So we may have a pop-up page where we are able to see how an app has been created. It will be based on it contains of data sets as well as data flow. As I mentioned earlier, since this app has been created on data flow, you may able to see this the key features or what are the mechanism behind this app creation or based on the data flows. But I hope Salesforce have a pipeline to convert this app creation instead of data flow into recipes. So with this, this is like a front end where you are able to visualize the data and able to see the data. Until the app has been created, I'm just using my previous app of Sales Analytics app, and I will open up one of the dashboards where you are able to see the data. So I will open the existing app of Sales Analytics Home. So this is the default values or the filters which is available in here, and I will select time period as all time so that you may able to see the data, how the data has been visualized. So these the ones which are present on the top is opportunity owner, sales stage, forecast category, opportunity type, record type, and time period. These are all the filters where we are able to filter out the data, and these are all the KPIs or how the values has been filled. So so these are the default filters based on this. It has been filtered based on opportunity owner, and if you select the owner, it will update automatically. And the key feature is if you select an push Riley, the subsequent filters will be filtered out automatically. So you may able to see the see that values which is belongs to Chris only able to see here. Like this, may able to see on the dashboard has been visualized in a manner so that you may able to see the data based on the opportunity type and everything. And you may able to edit this dashboard. If you have an super admin access, you may able to edit the dashboard. And these are all the key features of how the dashboard and the vigilance has been created. So each and every widget has been built on top of a future of a data set based on the data set. So the one which we see, this data set is a combination of opportunities and user allocations. Based on only the value has been derived. So from here, I'm using a first use case of creating a data set via CSV upload. So in order to create a new data set, we may able to create our data set from the Analytics Studio or Data Manager. I will use in Analytics Studio itself. I'm just going to create and just click the data set. So the data has been, we may able to connect the data, external data or your data sets or everything. We may able to create a data set here itself, either in the form of CSV or Salesforce data, which is coming from Salesforce object or data set, or external data or your data set. I will select CSV file. So here we need to drag and drop the file. I will have a accounts data. So I have a pre-built of 1000 records data. So I'm going to import it into our CRM analytics tool via CSV upload. So this is the CSV file which I have created earlier, and I'm click next. And we have an option to create a data set name. I'm just giving account upload data and where it has to be stored. Primarily, our basic terminology is to create an app under my private, so that in case if it is any changes, we may able to do the changes after that. We may create a new app to swap this dashboard from my private app to the app which you have created or need to showcase to the clients or other stakeholders. So basically, this data, the CRM analytics tool itself will be considered this data either in the form of measure, dimension, or date field, and we have an options of converting them as well. So, for example, since it's a measure field, it's contain numeric data. It has been selected as measures, so we may able to see the annual revenue as measure. I will keep as it is, and the created date is in the format of DDMYY. If we need to change the format, we may able to do it here itself. I'm just converting them into DDMMYY or YYMMDD alone. I'm excluding the date. I'm just converting from date time to date. I just selected this, and the ID field is nothing but the dimension field. So we have other 4 columns as dimension, either industry name, type, and ID. And just click the upload file. So it will query the data sets in the backend, and we may able to see how the data dashboard has been created. So we have an issue here of uploading a data. We may able to see the issue in the data manager. So the data manager is a next page. Participant, can you please mute yourself? So this is a place, the data manager is a place where we are able to see the error logs as well as the job sequences, and the recipe is the place where we are able to build the data set, or all the backend preparations has been happened here under recipes, and the usage is the place where we are able to see the usage or overall usage as of now which has been completed, and the data templates. So the one which we work on here is account data upload, where we may able to see the file error. So we are facing an issue here. If you see, it has been aborted. We may try to upload another data. So the data assets, this is another place where we are able to create a data set. We may able to select the data set and we may upload a file. I'll use this file, and we are able to see the first one will be annual revenue, and the rest of the things will, second one will be the date time format, and the rest of the things will be as it is. I'm just clicking the data. So the issue here as of now is the format which I have converted date and time. I have not set the predefined conditions. Maybe that is the place where we got an error. So our account data upload has been created as a data set. If you click export, you may able to see the count of records which is available in the CSV is converted into a data set. I have 1001 records, and here you may able to group this by type or everything. These are the places where we are able to see. So it has been grouped with the customer and type. And if you need an additional filters, additional groupings, we may select this. So industries as well as type. This is called lens. Once the raw data has been exported, we may able to visualize this things in a lens. From this lens, we may able to create multiple lenses and place it in a dashboard as a whole to showcase as a dashboard. So we may have an options of this or the visualization of data where we may able to visualize the data in suggested chart, the place where we are able to CRM analytics is provide a suggested chart based on the data available. So as of now, it's given either in the form of uh, this heat mode or this mode as well. So either it's in the horizontal dot plot or vertical dot plot or scatter plot or donut or tree map, everything. These are the grid charts. So the bar chart comprises of bars, normal bar chart or stacked bar chart or pyramid chart, and lines. It's a lines chart comprises of it's a two-dimension. It needs two measures, and we are able to compare this in a line chart. For this, we need another axis. As of now, we have only one with our data, so we are not able to build this chart. We may able to build a bar chart or column chart as of now. So if we use a stack chart, we may able to see the trellis as a bar segment as industry and type as for type how many records will be there. And we may use the next mode will be the chart visualization, or if you need this data in the form of compare table, we may use a compare table or values table. So we have options to play around with this either with industry type or type industry, and also we may have, as of now we have only one measures, so I'm just using this measure value. So for this type of agriculture, yes.
Nishant, sorry, could you please ask Ayyappan to mute himself? It's disturbing all of us.
Yeah, okay.
Ayyappan, Krishna, whoever is not talking, please mute yourself. It's disturbing the entire team here.
Ayyappan, can you mute and can you mute ourselves, all of us, excluding me?
Yeah, Krishna too. Thank you.
So this is like a grouping of our data based on industry as well as type, and what is the count of rows and what is the annual revenue. This is a simple glimpse of how a lens will be working here, and we may able to have the suggested queries as well. So it is a default sheet. If you select show me annual by created date, the chart will update automatically based on the annual created date. Or top 10 or bottom 10 annual revenues by industry. If you select top bottom 10, it has been changed automatically with the bottom 10 of the annual revenues by industry. So basically what happened here is the query limit has been set as 10, and the bar length behind this will be in descending order. And if we need to export a data from CRM Analytics into an Excel format, we have an option as well. So if you select share, and we may able to post it in a public, or we may able to download the data in an Excel format. So if I select Excel format, we may able to get the data in an Excel format. This is a place where how we may able to export a data from CRM Analytics into an Excel. In case if you do any visualization or testing purpose, we may able to see. So this is the update of data of how we got this. So in the meantime, we may able to see the app has been created. Sales Analytics app. This is the name of an app, Test Sales Analytics app, which has been created 30 minutes ago. If I go to the app, these are all the pre-built dashboards as well as data set which is available. So for this template, Salesforce itself is providing 19 apps, 19 dashboards, as well as 11 data sets. So you may able to see the data for this app. So if you select, if you go for an accounts, it will navigate to the next dashboard. The ones which are selected here, like are hyperlinks or navigating to the next subsequent data sets. I will explain in detail. I will take this as a demo and showcase how the tricks which has been used here to do a navigation and how the data sets has been clubbed together. A dashboard has been clubbed together with multiple dashboards. So the first use case has been completed of uploading a data via CSV. I will give the second use case of how we can connect other Salesforce data into our org. So for this, to build a connection, we need to select connection and the data manager. We need to go to the connections page. I have made a predefined connector as well. So what I am doing here is I will give a new connection here. So these are all the list of connectors which is available provided by Salesforce. The Salesforce connector is nothing but the native connector, and the Salesforce external connector is the option where you are going to select the data from another org. So here I will select Salesforce external connector, and if we click next, we have a few names as well as a developer name and description which needs to be entered, and also the main point here, you need to use an username as well as a password. The password is embedded in password along with security token, and this is the username. So I will select Salesforce external org as a connection name. There is no format to build this. It's like for our reference only. So I'm just mentioning a Salesforce external org connection, and I will make my name as a developer name, and description is you are using this connector to get the data from secondary org. And this is my username. I have if we click save and test, we are able to, the external org has been, we have established a connection in a multiple clicks itself with another org. So in that org, if I need to select asset object, for an example, if I'm going to select an asset object, I will select an asset objects. And we have an option, so I will select only a few quantity, that is measures as well as dimensions, as well as date fields and external ID. And if I click save, a staging table has been created in our org, and we may use this connection, Salesforce external connection, to create an org. So you may able to see. So Salesforce another org connect. This is the new connection which I have made. So from asset object, we are going to extract the 7 columns, and if we click run data sync, we are able to sync the data. So this is the place where we are able to schedule a data to run. So if we need to sync the data, that is, we are getting a data from external org into our CRM analytics, either in the schedule, either scheduled by a week or month or minutes. So I will select an hour, and I will select a start at 12 a.m. and it needs to run every 6 hours to sync the data from that object. And we have an option to select the calendar days which this sync has to happen. I select all the days. So basically this external character is going to run on every 6 hours starting from 12 a.m. So if I click set, it has been scheduled to run. So you may able to see I have set as 12 a.m. So it will start from 12 a.m. of 23. In the jobs monitor, you may able to see the status of the select object. So for our asset object, the job has been completed. We have data sync, and we are able to see the count of records here. There are 25 records which is available under asset object. All this has been added to our staging table. So the recipe is a place where we are able to play slice and dice of data as well as data prep. Everything has been used here. What I'm trying to do as a use case here is I'm going to store this data as it is present in the staging table. I'm going to store them as a new data set. So I'm going to the recipe. I will select new recipe here. And I will select add input data. Here I will choose an option of external connected objects. So here I'm able to see the two objects which has been connected from either from a Salesforce another or connector as well as external or connector. I will select asset object as an example here. And we are able to see all the 7 connectors. So in order to store any of the data into our org, we need to use an output node. So here is the place where I select output. What I'm just doing here is I'm just getting the data from staging table and store them as a data set. So it has been write to the data set. I'll give the name as asset data set. And I will click apply. And I will save this recipe. I'm going to run this. So if we navigate back to jobs monitor, you may be able to see the job of external connector, which pulled the 25 data from our staging table, and it is going to write to our dataset named asset dataset, which will be available under my private app. In the meantime, I will open up the secondary org and I will get back to the asset object. So the job has been completed. So basically, the data from another org has been copied into our database. I will go to the navigate to Analytics Studio. And I will open up the asset data set. So it contains 25 records, and these are all the values. So we are able to see all the 7 fields here, and I am just using this record. So these are all the 25 records. As I have not used the corresponding ID, asset ID, we are unable to see the corresponding data. So I'm navigating back to my connectors, and I'm going to select asset ID as well. So I will select the ID so that I'm able to verify the same in the another org. So I have just selected ID here. So now I'm able to see 8 fields for these connectors. I'm going to sync it now. In the meantime, whenever an additional field has been created on top of an existing object, if it is referenced in any one of the recipes, we need to add them explicitly. Even though it has been present in the data sync, we need to add that column into our data sync so that it will be available for our data set. So under asset object, we need to click change columns. In the list, you may be able to see the ID which I have been selected earlier is not selected here. So I will select ID here. So the 8 objects will be overrun to our output database. So this is the place in data manager where we are able to see all our data assets or data sets in data assets. So these are all the connected data objects. Under connected tab, you are able to see the SFDC local is nothing but the object which is present in our native Salesforce org, and the asset as well as this customer coming from another org, and we may able to differentiate with the connection name. So this recipe ran successfully. So I will navigate to asset dataset right away from here, and I will click explore here. So I will navigate back to values table. You are able to see an ID. If I search an ID here, we will be able to see the corresponding data. So the vehicle type, vehicle category, this is the ID asset name, and this is an account name. So the data which is present here from the asset object has been transferred to our another org via this connector, via Salesforce external connector with this option. Hope you are able to understand as of now. I will take a pause here, and we may take a quick break of 10 minutes, and we may connect it again.
Sure, Nishant. You can go for a break. Thanks.
So in the meantime, I'm able to see a question from GJ, why the ID was not selected, added automatically. Since we are going to connect from external database, it will not connect automatically. We need to select an ID.
So this is Chitra here.
Yeah.
One question is like you that is uploaded CSV data file, right?
Yes.
So those columns which are in the Excel sheet and here it should match like that, or how we can?
We may have an options to rename the column.
Okay. So basically, you extract the data from here, that accounts object data, then you
Yeah,
upload
for
the
a,
result.
for a demo purpose, I just exported the data and I have imported it.
Okay, that is why it should match here in Salesforce, right? Whatever the columns in CSV, then only it will upload successfully. No?
No, but it's not the case.
Okay.
The CSV is our source, not the Salesforce.
Okay.
If you rename a column from account ID to another test external ID also, we are able to create a data set with that label.
Oh, okay. It won't give any
It
issue.
won't have a cross verification with the ID. Since the main purpose of our CSV is to extract the data as a one-time data, it may not be a Salesforce data. It may come from other database data as well, right? So there
Okay.
will not be any correlation.
Okay. So whatever the column we are uploading from CSV, same column it will be
Yeah.
used in such.
Same column should be created as a column.
Okay. And one more question, you did the external connection, right? You
Yes.
selected the Salesforce external arc. That is
Yes.
external arc within the that is company. We have multiple arc, means that different arc we need to select, or
It's
external
not.
arc.
No, it's
Yeah.
not the external Salesforce org. The org which I have created it's not belongs to a company because I have multiple orgs as of now. If a
Okay.
company is going to connect with other orgs as well, they are able to connect other Salesforce orgs as well. The only thing which need to have a security token as well as the username and password. The password should be embedded with security token at the end and the username. If both are connected, via SOAP API itself, we are able to connect the data, connect the another org with this default connector.
Okay, so it can be in any arc, any company arc, not only the
Yeah,
within the
we
company.
need a credentials. That's the one thing.
Okay, 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 got it.
Credentials with security token.
Okay, okay, thank you.
For Rooster, we need to get a license to enable CRM analytics in our dev org.
Okay, how we can?
It's like a add-on license which we need to buy as a CRM analytics.
Yeah, okay, okay.